I'm just going to give a very quick high-level overview of the workflow that we'll go through to make this a solid that you see on the screen. Now, this is fully NURBS, fully surfaced, ready to go back into your CAD system. The idea here is that someone starts off with a simple bucket, and then they want to add some sort of sculpted character on top, but have the result back in your CAD system as a fully surfaced NURBS file. So the sort of steps we'd go through would be to import the bucket from the CAD system or build the bucket in Freeform, no problem. Now, one of the key things here is that I'm going to just do some sculpting, but I'm going to offset one of these surfaces just a little bit inset first, and that's going to give me a load of clay, which is going to look basically like this. So this lump of clay, if I show and hide the bucket again, just to give you some orientation, this is inset just a couple of millimeters to the inside of the outside surface of that bucket, and then you would go in with your typical sculpting commands in Freeform and sculpt out the bear as you see here. And then right now this is three separate components, so I would merge all these together into one, and the result would end up looking something like this guy. Now at this point you may want to just check draft to make sure there's no undercuts, so we can easily define the draft direction and switch on the draft colors, and here we see they're set to 5 degrees, and as we rotate the model around you see that we have no undercuts illustrated. And if I bring back the initial bucket again, you see that we get a really nice intersection between that clay file and the outside surface of the bucket. Now that intersection is one of the key things here, and that's why I do the inset to begin with, that very first surface. So let's turn off the bucket and turn off our draft, and then another thing I've done here is actually created a surface which is just replicating that the inset surface that you see there. And then I also have a plane which has just got 4 curves drawn on it. So to capture the detail of the teddy bear in NURBS surfaces, I'm going to use one of the new version 12 commands called project patch to clay. Now I'm going to project this rectangle that we sketched. I'm going to project it down to that surface, and then I'm also going to add some control points here, and I want the result to be just a surface patch as opposed to a solid, so I'll hit make patch, and then Freeform pretty quickly goes through and applies those surfaces for me. I will hide the plane and the clay to show you what the surface looks like. Now I've got 2 surfaces, so I'll just hide the original, and there you see the result of that projection. Now if I bring back my initial bucket, you can see how that surface and the bucket solid intersect each other, and then to sew these two together, I'm going to use another new version 12 command called solidify. Select the solid for the bucket, and then select this surface for the teddy bear, and just hit apply, and Freeform goes through and trims that surface into the solid, and there you see the result, which is one complete solid ready to go back into the CAD system. And if we wanted to do the inside surface as well, we could have used the Freeform shelling command to do the B-side surface and then trim that into the inside of the bucket as well. But I think you get I think you understand the steps that we go through for this workflow, so that's something you can always try yourself.